So if you've got a Canon M50 and you're looking for a prime lens, here's the Viltrox 23mm. By the way, Viltrox, they are not a sponsor of this video. This video does have a sponsor, and that is Artlist and Artgrid, but we'll get to them in just a little bit. Viltrox did not pay me for this video. They did not reimburse me in any way. They did not tell me what to say. They will not see this video before it is published. They have no say at all. And yes, I do get to keep this lens in exchange for this review. So if you've got the Canon M50 and you're looking for a prime lens for it, now you know I did a review with the Canon M50 with the Viltrox 50mm. Today we're going to look at the Viltrox 23mm f1.4 with autofocus for your Canon M50. So one of the first things that you notice about this Viltrox lens is that it is built like a tank. It is just like the 50mm. It comes with this nice little lens hood that you just turn and it pops right off. And it's really nice added little touch that they include this with the camera lens so that you can help keep out a lot of that little sun flare if you don't like it. And the nice thing is you can just flip it back around, put it up over the lens, twist it in, and you're good to go. Now with an aperture of 1.4, that comes in handy for two things. It's going to come in handy for a shallow depth of field so you can really get that nice bokeh background, but it also helps with low light conditions. Is the build quality the same on this 23mm as it was on the 50mm? It is exactly the same. Now, I will say that the aperture ring, when you turn it, still has a little bit of that gritty feel to it while you're turning it, but the focus ring is just like the 50mm, nice and buttery smooth. So if you want to pull focus with this, this is just very, very easy to do. Now the autofocus on this, we're going to do a quick little autofocus test here in just a little bit. What I want to show you is some nice photographs that I took with this at f1.4 to kind of show that nice shallow depth of field that you can get, and oh, that creamy bokeh, which is really nice. And today's video is sponsored by Artlist and Artgrid, where you can get thousands of royalty-free and copyright-free music and video clips for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and even all of your commercial projects as well. And once you download a song, it's yours to use forever. Click my link below to get an extra 2 months on your subscription. Now this is a beefy lens, so once you put this on top of the Canon M50, you will definitely feel the substantial weight that you feel, but it actually feels really good in the hands. And when you're shooting some photographs with it, it feels good. It feels very secure in your hands as opposed to the kit lens on it, which is all plastic. All right, with the photos aside and the photo quality that it takes, I do want to check out its video quality, but most importantly, how does it autofocus? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this at a f3.5 to match the kit lens that comes with the Canon M50, and I'm going to adjust the Canon M50 to 23mm so that they're both equivalent, and then we're going to see how fast does it focus on my face versus an object put in front of it, and see if there is a difference, if it's just as quick, because the autofocus motor, I will say on the Viltrox, is extremely quiet, so you don't have to worry about using this for video and the autofocus actually making noise to where the microphone, when you use an external microphone, that it actually picks it up or not. But let's do that right now. So what do I think about this Viltrox 23mm for the Canon M50 EFM mount lens? I really like it. I mean, personally, I wish that the field of view was a little bit wider, so that, because at 23 millimeters, you won't be able to get a nice vlogging setup unless you held it out on a tripod at arm's reach. But for videography, I think it works well, and I also think it works really well for photographs. I'll put a product link in the description below so you guys can check it out for yourself on Viltrox. And as always, I'll catch you in the next review.